So what is happening, people? Hey, today I'm excited about today. We're actually fishing in a new area of Kerr Lake. We're actually in the Grassy Creek arm. Remember, just a few weeks ago we were fishing in the very upper end of Grassy Creek up there around those bridges. Now there's no doubt in my mind I could have went right back up to those bridges today and caught some fish, but I really don't know this area on this lower end, so coming here gives me the opportunity to fish a new area, find some brush piles under the water. And you know, as I learn the area and mark new spots, then I have new spots to go to and to fish. And also I got my new camcorder in today, the Sony AX 100. There it is. I'm excited about that today. Boom. Got the shotgun mic on the top, so hopefully that cuts out some wind noise. And if you can hear in the background, the wind is puffing pretty hard today, so I elected to come up Beaver Pond Creek. Hopefully I'll be a little more protected up here in the creek than out on the main lake. I just tried to fish a stump out there on the drop off in 15 feet of water. Was loaded with crappie. Didn't catch any crappie. I couldn't stay on it, actually. The wind's blowing so hard. So hopefully up here in this creek we'll be able to find some crappie. So very quickly, so you've come to a new lake. You're a fisherman. You've come to a brand new lake or brand new section of the lake and you want to find some fish. Now I don't have multiple rigs this time of year. It's really good to troll out the back rear of the boat. I'm pretty certain that most of the crappie have transitioned out of the shallows back on these drop-off points, brush piles. So that's mainly what we're going to fish, single rod fishing, vertical jigging more than likely to those fish. So real quick, let me show you where I am. So, you know, of course here's the boat landing. We just put in here. And we are in this Grassy Creek prong. And as you can see, we were way up here the other day. And you can see there's a lot of water to cover. Now this place is absolutely huge. And so when you, as a fisherman coming to a new spot, finding fish on any particular body of water, don't try to do too much on the day that you come to fish. Of course, we could come down here and ride all day long and look for fish and never really fish and just find new areas. But as we find spots, we'll mark them and we'll come back and fish them. So my plans for the day, I'm going to be fishing this creek arm here. And what I'm aiming to do is, you see I'm tucked in this little cove right here just to be protected so you can actually hear me. I'm going to ride this area with side scan. I'm gonna go on up this creek. It begins to get, I don't know where it gets really shallow. Well, we finally located a pretty good brush pile here in this creek, right in the front of the boat. We'll see if we can get a crappie to bite. We might have to change our colors. I got that Brad's bait and tackle head on. It's a little heavier. I might have to put a split shot on the way the wind comes. About 20 feet of water, and this looks like some brush somebody had sunk. So let's see if we can catch a fish. Small crappie. Might even be spawning around that old tree down there. That's just a little old 8.5-inch crappie. Now the wind is puffing me so hard. What I'm having to do is get the boat positioned right on top of the brush pile and allowing the lure down about 8 feet so it makes sure it's going right. This tree's not that big, so I want that lure to fall right down to the top of the tree. Most of the time the crappie in the very top of the tree are the ones that are going to bite. Boy, them crappie bit. That crappie bit so easy. I'm telling you. He just barely bumped it. Boom. Now you noticed that's that Bobby Garland straight tail. It's got that blue colored metal flake, and I got that gray one on the bottom. And then you noticed he bit that gray one. Okay, as promised, I hope you can see that. We are cruising along, and you know the dark area is how deep the water is, of course. And we just putting along, looking for stuff under the water. All right, we're bumping along. Let's see. I'm gonna do this several ways. Maybe you can see it on the bottom. So whatever's on the bottom is gonna be fairly subtle. I'm just gonna bump it right here as we come past it. All right, see, here's your brush pile right here. See? Let me blow it up just a little bit. Now, when I blow it up, you can see it. Boom, right there. Now, that's how, let me back this up. Pull it over. I'm running, so there's a school of bait fish right there. But that's your brush pile here. I'm looking over 94 feet. Look, there's a there's a log laying on the bottom. And there's some debris. Now, let's go right by it on down scan and see if we can see it. So we're going to switch to down scan. All right, here it comes on down scan right here. Boom. It coming across. Gosh, I hope you can see that. There it goes on down scan. That's that tree we just seen under the water. Boom. Bag it up, it's going right here. Yeah, so you can see the base of it here. There's a couple of nice fish kind of hanging around it. So now let's switch to 2D. 2D, and I'm gonna let you see that on 2D too, to see the difference in how it looks. Because if you come to the lake, and of course if you don't have down scan, of course it don't look the same way. And so this is kind of to help you. All right, so we're going to put along on 2D. Boom, and there is the brush pile that we just seen on side scan. That's kind of how it looks. That's fish stacked in it. You know, down imaging gives you a more detailed description of the brush, but you've seen it on the live scope, you've seen it on down scan. As a matter of fact, now let's go look at it on live scope. Okay, there it is on live scope right there. That is the tree right there we just looked at. Or brush pile. Boom. And that's what it looks like on the live scope. And so you see we've looked at it in several different ways. Now if you don't have a live scope, of course you won't be able to see that. But you can take your 2D sonar and throw a buoy marker out if you see something like that. And we are in about 23 feet of water, and if you throw your marker out on 2D scan, you can mark this, or of course if you have down imaging you can get a better look at it, but you can find it with side scan. We're going to go back down here to side scan and talk about that for just a minute. I've came in here and I just came in this next long cove. I've already marked several spots. See this spot coming up here? Well, I don't know what that is. Probably some kind of rock. mark it. But as you move along marking areas, many times if you see something that seems likely, a lot of times you'll recognize. A lot of times you'll find a brush pile. There'll be several brush piles sunk in the same place, and so as you're moving along, you'll begin to recognize those spots. And see this spot right here, I marked this earlier, and I'm going to come back and fish this right in the middle of the cove. And not sure what it is. It's one here and one there. We're going to fish it and see what it is. Maybe be a rock pile, not sure, but we'll see. Boom, just like that. Came in the cove, marked it with side scan, turned around and come over here. There's a huge tree under the water right here. A huge tree. Now that crappie swallowed this. It's gonna make me go get my pliers, I guarantee you. There he is right there. He's probably a keeper fish. That fish is probably 9 inches. Now I'm telling you, I've caught more fish. They're keying in on that color. I don't know if that's that metal flake. I'm telling you, I'm gonna change, put a split shot over that, or either put a bigger head on it. They're keying in on that color, not that gray one. So I'm gonna make a change here in a minute. Let's go back up and hit that tree again. Just a little fish, but he hit that other color too. Oops. So hey guys, literally I just pulled off. I spotted this brush pile on 2D sonar. This brush pile right here, I threw a buoy out on it. And I've got another place marked on up here. I haven't moved 100 yards. Just putting around looking. Down imaging. I mean, just looking with side scan. But anyway, I was actually retracking myself back to a place I ain't marked. Anyway, let's throw down here and see if we can catch a fish. So that got a little better. Switched to a little bit heavier head. I switched to a white. Still got that Bobby Garland's on. They like that thing. Hey guys, so we didn't end the video out on the water. I got back up here to the boat ramp, and little did I know there was a bass tournament. They were all taken out at the same time, so things was pretty hectic. But anyway, all in all, I caught a lot of crappie today. All on the smaller size, but just riding around up here, have new locations, a lot of brush piles. I expect I marked at least 8 brush piles, and I think I seen a couple more I just didn't mark and go back and make sure that's what it was. But anyway, so it's very simple. So if I come right back to this boat ramp within less than 1.5 miles, I can go to 8 brush piles and check them really quick. And I didn't stay on any brush pile a long period of time just because I wanted to check it, make sure it was some crappie on it, kind of look at it, get the layout, whether it's a treetop or some sort of stump under the water. Anyway, I hope you've seen something that you learned on the video. Hope you've seen something you enjoyed. We appreciate all the support we get for this channel. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below. That helps us support the channel. And hey guys, you remember it's a wildlife, and I'll see you on the water.